What up, Internet? It's been a minute. My bad. But I'm pissed. So I may as well rant while I'm sitting in this damn Kroger parking lot that I spend too much time in. Because I come over here and buy like 2 things at a time. Anyway. Okay. Personal savings rate came in at 2.6% for April. That's super low. Last time it was in that range was June of 2022, right before BTFP was rolled out. And really outside of like that period, which again, right, big can kicking exercise these past 4 years, and the anomaly of COVID, you don't really see that outside of a proper recession. So you have to look back to, GFC. Real disposable income year over year, I think, was like what, negative 1.1%. But if you think about the personal savings rate, more or less, first off, we're looking at things at an aggregate level across the country, right? These are aggregate figures. It's hard to know where we go from here by looking at those aggregate figures. So it's your take-home pay, right? Less, okay, discretionary spending, bills, all that sort of stuff. You arrive at your savings, and then, right, savings divided into your personal income is how you arrive at the rate. I've seen people express that by various income cohorts, which is very, very helpful. But again, it's basically a P&L, right? That's what it is. So there are other ways to arrive at the conclusion that there's just going to be problems with households. And this is why I think it's extremely helpful to look at rents to incomes, DTIs, but also across various sources. When you're thinking about a lot of those measures, it's mostly going to be right pre-tax, and it depends on what's included, right? Is it a front end or a back end DTI measure? And I won't get into all those particulars, but for example, you look at the ACS, and you're going to see some really weird and ugly shit when it comes to DTIs on the home ownership side, okay? Extremely high stuff. We're talking 40, 50% plus, and it's front end, okay? And it's that high. I look at, Fannie Mae, HMDA, NMDB, you name it, and there's just enough for, if anybody is willing to say that the consumer is somehow resilient, they are smoking crack and they are insanely full of shit. This is all a charade of stupidity. Why do you think our administration is acting crazy, dangling goodies in front of people's faces like this UFC fight on the White House lawn? I am convinced, who knows, that they want people to be so broke that they are begging for a handout. But who knows? Fuck it.